We're going into the Dominique Latte 2 palette. So this is the DCosmetics Latte 2 palette. I got this on the day it released, and I'm finally sitting down with you guys and doing an eye look. So we are opening up, and this is what it looks like. So pretty. Love the coloring on this. And then in here you get 3 good pops of color, and then you have neutrals and you have your pops of shimmers down here. So I really can't wait to try this out. So the first shade I'm going to use is Frothy, and I'm going to use that to basically set the concealer I put down. So we are going to do that. And we're just going to set the concealer. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go into for the crease is Café con Leche. And I'm basically just going to put this in the crease and build it up to the consistency I want. If you hear a running treadmill in the background, it is very sorry. That is my boyfriend. He's on the treadmill right now because I had to wait until he got up so I could start doing my filming. So in here, it is just building that color up. Building back and forth window wiper motions. It doesn't seem like it's a very good transition shade, so this might just be like a color that I use for a base shade as well. It's okay, you know, having 2 base shades is always nice too, I guess, but not a lot of pigment in that one. I'm kind of disappointed because I really like the coloring of it, so I thought it might be a little darker, but it is not. So we put that in the crease. All right, so now we have the 2 darker shades in here called Cafecito and Coffee Bean. I'm gonna go into Coffee Bean because it's like a brown, and Cafecito is like a burnt reddish brown. It also smells like mocha or a latte. I'm really into mocha, so I'm okay with that. So I'm gonna take this into the crease a little bit and just build it up. I'm going very lightly with this because I don't want to have too much color and have it be really dark. So I'm just taking very lightly and just taking it in the crease. So far it's a pretty color and it blends out pretty. So I'm just taking it back in window wiper motions. Just build it up nice and just keep building it up. All right, so that color is really pretty. I love the way the palette smells. That's one of my favorite things about this palette. So now that I have that done, I think I'm gonna take a kind of packing brush, and I feel like I'm gonna go into Cafecito, that like burnt brownish with like a little bit of a sheen to it. There's some like flakes of like glitter in here. It kind of reminds me of a sequin. I'm gonna pack it onto the outer V. So far, there's not a ton of fallout either, which I'm kind of pleased about. So far, those 2 colors blend in really nice together too, Cafecito and Coffee Bean. And then I'm gonna go with a shimmer, and I think I'm gonna go in with Frappe. This one has been calling my name. I really want to try it out. So I'm going to take a, this is a Morphe brush. This is kind of like a small, dense packing brush. I'm gonna hit it with some setting spray just because I feel like I should hit it with some setting spray. So I'm gonna go into Frappe. And I'm just gonna put this all over the lid and see what happens. Okay, so far I'm going in, and you just have to like really build up the color. Wetting my brush did not really do a whole lot. So I think I might do my finger. Let's go in with my finger. Like here's the finger. It looks pretty. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. So it's kind of like a little bit of a pinky rose color. I really liked it. So I'm gonna use my finger. It feels smooth too. And I'm just gonna press it onto the lid. All right, there we go. She's on. Like that is what I wanted, that pop of color on the lid. Ah, oh, she's beautiful. I love that color so much. She's so pretty. There was a little bit of fallout with that color. Definitely all over the bottom lash underneath here. Definitely a lot of fallout with that color. Not a whole heaping problem though. I will just clean it up with a wipe right now. Hopefully it comes off. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna just do the other two shades in here. I'm gonna go in with Iced Coffee. It kind of looks like a bronzy gold shimmer or bronzy color. And then I'm gonna go in with Drizzle, which is kind of like a gold. So here we go. This is Drizzle, which is like a really good gold color. Love it. It's a little chunky. If you guys can see, there's little chunks in it, but after a while, I think you can just blend it out. And then this is Iced Coffee, which I think is just like a bronzy shade. Now, I have to be honest, these colors are pretty, I'm not gonna lie, but I really like the shades in her first one or this one. I mean, this one I would use a lot, and maybe this one, but the Iced Coffee one, I don't think I use. I'm just not into bronzy colors. But I have that done. I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. So I'm gonna go into the Laura Geller Define Eyeliner. This is like a really good one. I really like this one. I'm just doing a wing. And that is what it looks like. Very nice. All right, so now that I have the wing on, I'm going to not put that cap in there. I'm going to do the complexion on the face, and then we'll go on the bottom. So I'm gonna do the complexion off camera. It's all products that I've used before, so I will be right back, and we will finish the under eyes. Okay guys, so I'm back. I finished the rest of the face. I used my Becca by Chrissy palette for like blush and bronzer, and then I actually went into this palette and I used Frothy as setting the concealer and the rest of the face. And then actually if I put too much like brush on, I just used Frothy a little bit to like calm it down, which actually worked out really well. So I'm kind of happy about that. So like that Frothy color a lot more. It's definitely workable. So I've heard that you can use Coffee Bean as a contour shade. I wasn't going to use that as my contour shade because it's a little dark on me. So I definitely didn't use that. And you can also use Strawberry Milk as a blush. Berries and Cream palette, I use one of those mattes in there as my blush. But I didn't try this out today for that because I wanted to use the colors on the bottom lower lash. So I'm going to take my JS10 and I'm just going to go into, I'm actually going to go into Strawberry Milk. The green is pretty, like a really green, but I think I just want to try the Strawberry Milk today. So I'm going to go underneath the lower lash line and just smoke out with Strawberry Milk. So that came out really nice. I really like that pink color. And then for the inner corner highlight, I'm actually going to go into my my Too Faced. This is their fancy pink diamonds. I'm just gonna go into this very lightly with like a pointer pencil, and I'm just gonna put this in the inner corner highlight because Frappe is already my eye and I can't use that as an inner corner highlight, but I do really like this color that I got from my BoxyCharm, so that is it. I'm gonna use mascara. I use my Benefit Roller Lash. This is one of my favorites to use. So we're just gonna use this. And then I'm gonna go in with lipstick, and I'm just gonna go into one of my favorites. This is the Ulta Matte Liquid Lipstick in Scandi. I haven't used this one in a really long time, so. If I'm not looking at you guys while I do this, it's because I have a mirror right behind my filming thing, and it's a big mirror, and it fits behind the wall. So unfortunately, it can't go like right here on my desk. So that's why I'm always looking behind you guys. So that's just something to let you guys know that when I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking behind you because that's where it's at. So I'm gonna use the Dewy Glow Mist by e.l.f. I haven't brought this out in a hot second. Oh, it feels just so good on the face. All right, so here's my thoughts on the Latte palette. I think it's a really good palette. So here's the thing. I really like that you can use these two colors for the face. You can use this as a blush, and you can use this to set the under eyes. Two shades here. I will have to try and use them, but I'm not like, I don't think I'm going to be using them that too much, just because they're popsicle colors that I just don't use very much. But the other things, like in this 3 bottom tiered right here, this 3 bottom tier, I probably use Drizzle and Frappe, but I will probably never use this bronze shimmer. I'm just not into like a bronzed eye look. I feel like the Latte 1 palette is probably still gonna be my favorite, just because it's my go-to, it's my baby. It's got you 2 pops of colors that aren't too crazy and bright. You got the blue and you got the purple. So this is my first one, and you do have some similar colors in here. She don't bend. So the 2 similar colors in here I feel like are Frothy and Vanilla Cream. Vanilla is a little bit more of a yellow toned color, and Frothy is more of like a kind of like cream. So those are the only 2 colors that are different in this palette. When you have them, here, let me do this. When you have them together, you do get like your popsicle colors, but I still think Latte 1 is probably going to be my favorite because you have those 3 shimmers down at the bottom. You have the pink one, you have like a kind of like dark espresso one, which I did use and I actually really like. And then you have macchiato. Those are like my 3 favorite ones to use. I've literally killed macchiato. It's my favorite one to go into in the original Latte palette. It's quite a bit. It's like my staple palette from her reviews. I do like it. Is it my favorite? No, I still like the Latte 1 preferably over the Latte 2, but I bought it and I'm still going to use it. And you are able to use 2 different colors in here for the face, so I feel like you get a little bit more bang for your buck because she does do that thing where you're able to use certain mattes in here for the face, which I really... So that is my honest review about the... So this is what I came up with. As always, subscribe to my channel if you like these videos, and if you don't like me, I really don't care. This is what I like doing about makeup. So I'll see you guys in the next one.